What's going on, guys? This is J Matt from Eccentric Martial Arts and Team Matthews in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we're going to be going over how to do a 540 kick. Number one, prereq before you do this, you need to have a clean tornado kick, and this will help you with the cheat setup. So I'm going to go over a couple drills with the tornado kick itself that are going to help you warm up for this technique. I'm going to go through my load, my step, and my takeoff. So I'm going to take a big step out with my right, and I'm going to throw my hands in the same direction as that leg and bend this leg. So pulling all my weight onto this leg, this is my load, right? Then when I step, I'm going to swing my arms with my step. Stepping, swinging my arms, and pulling. If I jump before this point, it's going to affect where my kick goes. And for the instance of a 540, where my kick is gonna land. If I step this direction, my body's moving this direction, right? But if I throw my kick this way, my foot is gonna be traveling towards the target while my body is traveling sideways to the target. I'm not moving the same direction. For me to get back to my feet, I need my foot to get to that side of it. Once you get to here, hop and switch. Try to make the timing of these two motions very quick. Left leg and right leg, 1, 2. So, load, pull, then my feet are gonna come up, 1, 2. So we're gonna practice that drill just by going here. Load, step, jump. Okay, no kick. When you get comfortable with that, add your kick out, but try to see the target before you kick it. Try to extend the kick before you hit the ground. So I don't wanna be landing as I hit the target. It's too late. So this looks like this. Okay, so now let's get into the 540 itself. That's your prereq. Let's get into the 540. So I need to build some strength in my legs. I sincerely suggest doing this drill every time you warm up 20 to 30 times. And it's gonna be just hopping on one leg. The leg I'm jumping on is gonna come up all the way into my chest and then goes back down to the ground. Whatever knee is here stays in this position. The other knee is gonna come over the leg that I've already set up. And you do this 20 to 30 times. So this leg stays very neutral. This leg is doing most of the work. Okay, step 2, you add the rotation. So I've got my bags behind me, and this is how I teach it at my studio. You don't need a bag. If you guys don't have access to a gym, you guys can use just a line on the floor, a small stool, something you can see. This is just a visual. And I'm gonna practice the step 1 that we just did. First drill, lifting that knee up in our chest. We're gonna go over the bag. So it's gonna be just like this, my foot slightly on the bag, and I'm gonna lift this knee over this knee. Here. Then you do the same thing, just without your leg touching the bag. So my leg hovers over the bag, but I'm not actually gonna set it down. I'm gonna keep it here, jump over your back. The leg that is not kicking is staying relatively close to the spot that it starts in. I'm not moving this leg. Very common mistake I see is you try to take the leg that's not doing anything and you try to do something with it. The more you do with this leg, the more it changes the aspect of the kick. While my knee is forward, my kick's gonna go this way. If my knee goes backwards, I cannot then kick this foot over here. This kick is actually gonna go down, which is gonna result in looking like some awkward cheat 720 instead of a 540 kick. Okay, step 3. I'm gonna use this as a little demonstration. You can do this on any solid object. So I'm gonna start with this because it's very low, but I'm just gonna practice jumping, kicking a small target, and then landing on the same leg I kick with. So I'm gonna take whatever leg I wanna kick with, put it in front of me, just like this. The back leg is gonna swing up first. This knee will then stay here. I'm gonna jump, tap the bag, and then put my foot back on the floor. So this is gonna look here. Leg up, tap, back. Okay, so I'm gonna start fairly low, but I'm gonna go a little bit higher every time, until you're touching the top of the bag, and then it's ready for step 4. So step 3 is pretty easy, so we're gonna go ahead and go into step 4, and this is just taking what I did with the bag that was on the ground and the drill that I did here, and putting them together. Starting left knee up, I'm gonna jump, hit the bag, and finish my rotation facing the opposite direction. So the bag here, the main purpose of it is to make sure that my foot is traveling this direction. If I miss the bag, then it's a good indication that my kicking leg is not going towards the target. You should either be hitting it or at least getting close to it. So it gives me more of a visual. I can see my foot travel forward and then finish facing backwards. So I imagine I've got that bag sitting right here. You have to use your imagination. I don't suggest actually putting an object right there, unless you have just like a line on the ground and you can see yourself go over the line. So it's gonna look here, one more time, up, kick over. Now, using this bag allows me to demonstrate the motion that you guys are gonna make while you're in the air. If you have something like this in your gym or available to you to practice over, I suggest doing it. This will help you feel what you're supposed to be feeling while you're in the air. Doing my cheat setup, got my load, my step. It's gonna take me all the way into the back. From right here, snap head, lift your left leg, and just set it on top of the back. From this position, I'm gonna pull my right leg across. I wanna feel this leg stop, and I wanna feel this leg travel around this knee, all the way over this direction. And then feel like this leg pulls you back to the ground. So this is kinda step 5-ish, but it's not a necessity. You just start adding little bitty hops to it. Step, turn, hop, kick over. Pull your leg a little bit faster, until you can feel the separation. When you're there, you're ready to 540. The 540 itself is all of these things put together. It is about the kick. Keep this in mind. You have to kick. You cannot just stick your leg out and hope that your shoulders carry your foot to the ground. It is about kicking as hard as you possibly can. So it's gonna be a crescent kick. The crescent kick itself is a little bit bigger. I have my parts to my setup. My load, my step, and my arms will swing kind of on this diagonal right here. I'm not going straight side to side because I want this to help me spin, but I also want it to help me lift. So I'm gonna go at a diagonal this way, so that when I'm here, they're gonna go down and up, down and up. Once I'm coming up, I feel like I'm looking down at my target. When I get to this body position, it makes it so that when I get to here, my leg will more or less fall by itself to the other side of my body. Just wait, using inertia. Once I get to here, I want my foot just to come down by itself, so that when I add the pull, it makes it even faster. Let me go ahead and show you what this looks like. I typically load this up with a hook kick. Now the reason I like to use hook kick is because it gives me a lot of spinning motion, and I can also sink down into it. So this is how we're gonna throw it out of hook kick. Step, sink down, and dig this leg into the ground. Make this your base, keep this leg solid. Hook, side to side. Now I'm gonna make this part, as soon as this foot hits the ground, go fast. I'm gonna snap this around. Hit, bam. The faster I can get to there, the sooner I'm looking at you again. So, to here. When I get to here, I'm ready to kick. I've done all my spin. So I jump as hard as I can and just power that kick through. So, it should look something like this. All right, now, let's put it in some combinations and have some fun with it. 1, 2, 3.